cream, baby.
Baby dolls. We all like a little sweet cream in our lives. Episode 2, Ash. I've never called you Ash. I don't know why I did that.
That was crazy.
I don't know where that came from.
Who's Ash?
I don't know. She's not here right now.
I just realized I didn't fix my hair.
No, your hair is good. I promise. I swear.
You swear to me?
I wouldn't embarrass myself like that.
Take a blood oath.
Bite my finger. Take.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, chicken.
Cheers, chicken.
Ching, ching. Mmm. That feels good on a stomach with a bagel and crackers.
I have a little bit of pretzels and like 2 bites of popcorn.
I got 2 bites up in this
popcorn
piece.
and a little red wine.
Taking my shoes off.
How you feeling?
Don't look at my toes. I feel good.
I feel good. You guys, we got so many love notes.
So many.
From our episode 1.
Okay, so this is ep 3.
Technically, oh wait.
Yeah.
Okay, it is episode 3.
This is ep 3.
I'm confused. Okay, what I meant to say is we recorded and released episode 1 already. Episode 1 has been released.
Episode 2 is on the way in 2 days.
2 days.
This is ep 3.
Ep 3.
Whoa.
I know. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, incredible.
Incredible. 1 week. We have great response.
Well, like, okay, so when I looked at, when I looked at our analytics, and it was like 50 plays, it's like, that doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot.
That's a lot for us, because we just are like in our apartment complex talking to each other.
Like, we're just, like, anyone could walk in at any minute and be like, hey, I actually rented this room.
Yeah, we didn't.
And we'd have to leave. Be like, oh, okay.
I can't wait to be telling the story when we're rich and famous.
I know, and like have an office. God. But no, everyone has been so nice, and it's so nerve-wracking doing anything like this, because it's like, you don't know what people are going to think. Are they going to be nice? Are they going to think it's silly? I don't care either way, because
I don't care.
All I've been saying is I just want to come in here and yap with you, and like, maybe people will listen and have fun with it, maybe they won't, and I don't really care either way.
I mean, it's a little terrifying, like, putting my life out there, but also, like...
No, it's so scary.
Yeah, but the part about, like, expressing how I actually feel and my opinions and just, like, talking to you...
Yeah.
Not nerve-wracking at all.
No.
So...
We love to yap.
We love to yap.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Well, I chose tequila, and I'm slightly regretting after this weekend.
Oh my god, you guys. Ashlyn turned 30.
It was my birthday!
It was a birthday. Chicken birthday.
Well, okay, so we released episode 1 the day after my birthday, which was a sick birthday present.
Yes.
And then my birthday party was on Saturday, and that was dope.
Yeah.
You remember that? You were there. You planned the whole thing.
Physically.
You planned the
I mean, me and your sister.
Yeah, you and Jenna. Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, it was a blast. God, the whole birthday week.
It was.
I've never had a birthday week before.
You turned 30. You deserve.
I didn't know.
A whole month.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like, I felt so special and so loved. And like, everyone that came, I was like, well, what do you mean? And everyone got along. Because it's, okay. So Amber and my sister threw a little shindig, if you will.
Shindig.
Yeah. Amber rented out the entire, like, apartment space, like the shared common area, which I didn't know you were doing.
Yeah.
Well, you said, I
told you you didn't let me.
Yes.
So I just did it.
When you said you rented it out, I was like, oh, like, I thought like maybe like this room?
Yeah, she thought it was this room, which is like a lounge area of our apartment complex, but there's like another area with like a pool table, a TV, a whole kitchen. Yeah.
The whole situation.
But I was like, there's too many people and it's a lot brighter up. It made more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, so Saturday rolls around and I'm stoked. I'm like, birthday party central, let's get it going. All these people are coming. My sister got like Mexican, like, what was it? Carolina's Mexican food catered, and it was so bomb.
I didn't eat a single bite of it.
You didn't?
Nope.
What's going on?
So unlike me.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I realized by the end of the party I hadn't eaten a single thing.
Spooky, kind of.
I was drinking. I only drank like 3 seltzers.
Yeah.
because I can't handle much.
No.
I don't know. I just like wasn't hungry. I think I was just like in host mode.
I know. Honestly, if I break it down, I had one piece of quesadilla and a single carne asada taco. So I didn't really eat that much either.
And you know when you're like, I know I eat at parties because I don't want to talk. Like
okay, wait.
If you can't relate, then fuck you.
I'm all tangled. Quote of the century. I eat at parties so that I don't have to talk to people. I get nervous, so I eat.
I don't know what else to say about it. Like, you're at a party, you're not at your own house, you're not in your comfort zone.
You're like, I'm just going to snack.
So you just snack to make it seem like you're busy. But I was in the comfort of my own apartment.
Yeah.
Had
cozy people around.
Yeah, like everybody I know deeply and love. So I was like,
it was a blast.
Not worried about eating.
Like, time went by so quick.
Yeah.
Like, in a snap, my sister was like, okay, like, it's 4:15, we should probably do cake. And I was like, what?
2 cakes.
2 cakes.
So many beans and rice.
I know.
I made margarita jello shots.
Mm-hmm. I still have some.
So do I. We should have taken one before we came down here. Shit.
We should have taken one on screen.
That's okay. But I did like, you guys, as 30-year-old women, I did plain gelatin, and then I made like a big giant margarita essentially, and so didn't have like any sugar.
No, that was sick.
And everybody was like so obsessed. I was so proud of myself.
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah, it was great.
I think I've maybe taken like 1 Jello shot in my life prior to that.
Yeah, I've done a few, but none of them were as good.
No,
because
obviously. Yeah, but it was so fun. Like, had some drinks, didn't drink too much, wasn't hungover the next day, which was amazing.
Yeah, I worked the next morning and I was fine.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I worked Sunday morning. I opened the bar. I know. But I was fine. I don't know. We did good.
Wait.
You learned how to party as a 30-year-old.
Wait, no you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, I saw you in the hallway.
I'm sorry, I closed.
But still, working at all. I was like, wait, I saw you in the hallway, or was that a different day?
I worked at like 3:45, but
I know we've stated this, but Amber and I are neighbors. So I walked out to walk Luna, and you're standing there looking like a hot piece of ass, and I looked like hot trash. No. I got in and out the night before.
Hot, spicy trash.
Hot and spicy trash. I'm wearing an oversized shirt, and I'm like, hey guys, what's up? But no, it was a blast. 30 is great so far. I was trying to think of like, you know, we do like peaks and pits, and obviously peak was my entire week.
Yeah, you had a really good week. You had a good week, so that means I had a good week.
Maybe. But I mean, other than that, I was joking around and telling Amber that my only pit of the week was anything that had happened to Dylan.
Like
I wasn't even like directly involved.
Pitted through him.
Yeah, his brakes went out in his truck and almost got in an accident. And then he fell off a roof today. So
he's feeling it.
Yeah.
You know what though? He really comes up on top every time.
Yeah, he's got to have like some good luck coming.
He really does.
Coming around the corner. She will come.
Coming around the mountain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But how was your week?
It was good. I mean, I was like, I dove real deep into arts and crafts for your birthday.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me come over.
It was like a lot of fun because all of your stuff was like strewn about. It was amazing. Everything, yeah. So actually, I found out that I just really love doing that stuff.
It was professional. Like the 30 and Thirsty.
I'm not gonna lie,
it doesn't matter.
But
and what, you know?
It still looked good.
It looked cute. Did you have any pits?
I bit my lip pretty fucking hard, so listen. If you're here, you know it.
Etsy was a big pit. Oh my
god.
That blew.
You guys, I ordered custom stickers for Ashlyn's birthday, and they had like a picture of her when she was like, how old were you?
I don't know. I was probably like 7, maybe.
7, maybe. I don't know. She was smoking a candy cigarette, and I put like established 1995, and I was going to give everybody at the party stickers, and they never got delivered. They still have not got delivered.
If I learn how to edit videos correctly, I'll insert a picture of that. Yeah. Because that's a treat.
It is. But talking to customer service, they can't help me. I'm the most patient person there is, okay? Mm-hmm. I will never yell at somebody. I will never get mad at them for doing their job. However, when they are just beating around the bush, not helping me, I hung up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She was in my apartment, hung up on them. I said,
they weren't helping me.
Hello?
So your stickers are just lost in space.
Someone has like 40 pictures of baby me floating around.
Yeah. They're in a post office somewhere, or somebody took them home,
or somebody stole them, and it's just 40
flasks with your face on them.
Honestly, kind of cool because when we become rich and famous, somebody has those, and it's not us. So
it'll be worth some money.
It's a pretty nice pit.
Yeah.
But also, it's like, if that's the worst thing to happen this week, pretty cool week.
I was just gonna say, I kind of enjoy talking about peaks and pits because then I'm like. Life's pretty good.
It actually wasn't that bad.
Life's pretty good.
And if that's not the story, I'm like, oh, I tripped and chipped my toenail paint. I guess life's not that bad.
It's not that bad. No, we're doing pretty good. And you guys have been so supportive and fun, and we can't wait. I think next week we're going to read a little bit of our reviews to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Text messages, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You guys have been great. We're going to release episode 2 on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So we're excited about that. And then this one will come to follow, and then we'll be like all caught up.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I know.
What do we talk about today?
We're talking about being alone.
Being alone.
Which is funny because now we're talking about being alone after we're both in relationships.
Yeah.
Because when we started like this topic,
however, we are still gonna like touch on being alone like as a priority,
1,000%.
Because you need to be alone sometimes. You
gotta feel your own vibes,
and it's nice because you're in a relationship and you don't live with your boyfriend.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm in a relationship. I do live with my boyfriend. So that's like
I guess I didn't think about it like that.
Ways to navigate being alone.
Yeah.
So truthfully, we recorded this episode and it sounded funky, but I'm actually glad we're redoing it because there's like some more stuff that we thought about.
Yeah, and honestly, more stuff that's like happened because we recorded this in February. Was this the first? No, this is going to be episode 2.
It was going to be episode 2.
It's been a confusing ride.
Yeah, but it's okay. You guys will get it.
But we're back on it. Back on it
again.
That was cool. So embarrassing. It's so silly. So, okay.
You want to talk about it?
I think we should like dive in. I think we should talk about it.
I think I should preface by saying that this is like all positive, and if you're currently alone and listening to this, you're not alone because we're right there with you, babe. There was some times when I was alone, like I was single for a lot of our relationship, like the beginning at least, and I struggled with moving into my own apartment. Like I lived with myself for the very first time.
Oof.
I absolutely hated it to start. I was confused. I didn't understand how I had to have like a kitchen and a living room and a bedroom to myself. Like I've always
too much space,
roommates, you know, or like
that's true.
I lived with. I mean, my childhood's confusing, but I lived with like my dad, so it wasn't my house, and then I lived with roommates, so that wasn't my house. I just had my room, and then I lived with myself for the first time, and I was like, so all the rooms are mine? This is confusing.
I own I'm renting every room.
It was weird, yeah. That was like a weird thing. And then, you know, we talk about a lot, like the biggest thing for me living alone, at the beginning it was hard because it was like, who am I cooking for? Or like, where am I going to eat? Am I going to eat at the bar top? Am I going to eat at the table? Like on the couch?
Do I eat on the couch?
How does one eat alone?
Who do I talk to?
Who am I talking to? Do I look
if it's not in my car?
Because I don't know. I was confused.
Do I go downstairs and eat in my car? Because this seems kind of nuts to me.
I walk downstairs, lock the door.
Maybe.
Put my stuff in a
on the
box. Eat it with a plastic
Eating ramen with chopsticks.
It was a rough time.
Listen.
But
I
struggled with that.
Living alone.
Yeah, at the beginning, I hated it.
When I first moved, I remember, okay, so keep going on yours, because
I don't know. I remember like not knowing how to go grocery shopping for myself.
Mm-hmm.
It felt weird to come home and like have to carry everything up the stairs by myself.
You're also like, what do I buy to where I'll eat it all and not waste money?
How complicated is that? Nobody talks about it.
Nobody talks about it. I was just talking to like one of my little essays at work, and he's like, I just moved out. And I was like, dude, congrats. He goes, yeah, I went to the store and bought like some mac and cheese and some dino nuggets. I'm like, homeboy, you gotta learn. You gonna learn some shit.
Yeah. Metabolism's gonna go down real quick.
Yeah. He's like, how do I like make food? I'm like, well, what did you like to eat when you lived with your parents?
You get really good at cooking food that's good left over.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, I don't want to reheat salmon.
No.
You know, but I will reheat some enchiladas.
I'll reheat some chicken meatballs in a heartbeat.
Rice.
Chicken meatballs and rice.
Chicken meatballs and rice.
Now, I remember, so when I first moved somewhere by myself, I remember walking into that apartment and the first night just like panicking.
No, I literally stood in the middle of the room when I looked around. Panic. And I was like,
I had all my stuff in it.
Yeah.
Acoustics were going crazy because I hadn't unpacked anything.
I didn't even have any furniture the first time I lived by myself.
Oh my god.
I
got lucky. I did. An air mattress?
Actually, I didn't even have an air mattress. Hannah, do you remember Hannah from
Snooze? Of course. I talked to her the other day.
She gave me an air mattress like
thank God for friends.
So I slept on a blanket. I was living homeless with a home.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
I had clothes and no furniture. But hell, I was ready. Let's go.
But hell, I was ready. Well, okay, so I lived with my sister, I lived with my ex, and I lived with my bestie, and then I moved out by myself.
Yeah.
And I sat on the couch and was like, the traffic sounds really loud. What if I can't sleep? What if I hate this? What do I do? I remember Googling, like, can you break a lease? Like, straight up.
The first night, can I break a lease?
Yeah, literally, Google, what happens if you break a lease? Like, I remember looking back at my lease to see, which was so crazy, because I remember living with roommates and being like, I want to live alone. I want to move out. I want to live alone. I want to do this. And then the second I do, I'm full-blown panic mode.
Terrified.
I'm like, what do I do, though?
Yeah.
But
do you feel like now that I live with Baker,
yeah,
I definitely know I hold myself more accountable as far as like cleaning goes.
Yeah.
Like when you lived alone, did you like leave your shit everywhere?
Yes, of course I did. What do you mean?
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Because you're like,
and I'm like embarrassed by myself.
No, yeah, you're like, who's here to fucking judge me?
No, nobody's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know.
Listen, who's gonna know?
But then you can feel bad.
Like tornado.
Oh, I believe it. I've seen
it. I remember. I just saw. Perfect. I remember actually a Snapchat memory just came up, and I probably sent it to you. I don't know who else I would have sent it to. And I said, contacted maintenance a month ago to fix my dishwasher. Well, apparently they came, and lucky me, I left my apartment like this. And it's like 3 drawers in the bathroom are open.
Yeah.
I have
you're a lot worse than me.
Messy clothes all over the bed because I had work that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I woke up late or something. I was like, I don't have time to clean it. And it was just, everything was strewn. Like, I'll leave it. That's the thing. I can be messy, but I'm not dirty.
Correct. I'm same. I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Like, I will take off my clothes and just throw them on the bathroom
They're going to be wherever they want to be.
Yeah.
And it's none of my business.
And but then when you live with somebody, you're like,
can't do that.
You're going to look at that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you really don't care at some manner, but you do.
Like, there's times where, like, you've come over or, oh my gosh, Snackshlyn.
Snackshlyn strikes a lot.
Dude, Snackshlyn strikes again.
You give yourself, like, a full Golden Corral buffet of snacks. No, literally. Like, the pictures you sent.
No, but it's so real.
The pictures you sent me are so random. Do you remember Golden Corral?
Yes, I remember Golden Corral.
Okay,
am I stupid?
Yogurt pretzels,
always
rings, plain tortilla chips,
yeah,
plain crackers,
some crackers. Well, I'll always put the cheese away. There's always going to be cheese, but it's put away. I don't leave that out.
You're very aware of foodborne illness.
Always, if nothing else.
If nothing else,
I'm aware of that. Foodborne illness is serious, guys.
It is. I just took my test yesterday.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
I love that for you.
But in all seriousness, at the beginning, it was very hard.
It's scary.
It was very hard.
You have to learn how to be okay in your own presence.
Do you remember going to sleep and being like, nobody, it's not like nobody's home. It's like
nobody's home.
Nobody's here.
Nobody's here. I'm like, what if I get murdered? I'm like, I guess I have neighbors.
Do you sleep with your bedroom door open or
yes,
closed?
Open.
Me too.
Okay.
I heard
Dylan hates it
the other day. Yeah,
what?
They were like, if you are home alone, do you sleep with your door closed or open? And I'm like, open, because if something were to happen, I want to be able to hear it.
Yeah.
But they're like, door closed because it would give me more time. I'm like, time for what?
Oh. Okay, so I sleep with the door open. When Dylan spends the night, I'll leave it open, and he's like, are you joking right now? I'm like, what? He goes, do you not see how scary that dark abyss is? And I'm like, what?
It's stuffy.
It's stuffy. The airflow? Are you joking? Get out of town.
See, that's what I'm saying.
There was a time where I was a little bit scared of like sleeping alone. I was getting some weird text messages. We'll cover it at a different time.
I remember that.
But that's when I slept with both my doors shut and locked.
Yeah.
The bathroom door and my bedroom door. And that's the only time I did it. Because I was like, I've been getting some creepy texts. What if I get murdered?
Yeah. I remember sleeping alone.
Like I closed it and locked it.
It was like hard at first.
Yeah.
But then after that, it was really nice.
Yeah.
And then it casually started to feel better. Like,
as you give it time.
Yeah. I kind of figured out. I mean, I think I got a little less emotional, and I was like, you know what, tonight,
get used to it.
I want to cook myself dinner, and it's okay if there's leftovers, and I want to sit in front of the TV, and then, like, I would slowly be like, okay, I think I want to sit at my bar top, and just maybe look at my phone a couple times, and then maybe tonight I want to sit on my bed and be a slob, like, at some point, I think I realized, like, it doesn't fucking matter. And whatever I feel like doing is okay. Yeah. And like at first I was like overthinking. I was like, what am I supposed to do? And then I realized
what feels good and what doesn't. You just kind of have to go with
And then I realized it doesn't matter. Just do whatever feels good.
Yeah. Well, I started realizing that I would like shame myself.
Yeah.
For like sitting in front of the TV and eating. Because I'm like, oh, like I have to have background noise. Like I feel weird if I don't have a TV on. Like you baby. Well, like I would shame myself for that. And then I would sit on my patio, like in the winter, and eat dinner, and that felt amazing.
That is game changer.
Game changer.
Yeah.
And then, like sitting at the bar, I would play music. But also, I went through a time where, like, when I was starting to cook for myself and, like, really diving in, I would send pictures to one of my friends. And he'd be like, so you just made that? And he still does it to this day. Like, I'll send him pictures of what I've made. And he's like, so you just made that for yourself? I'm like, yeah. He goes, what do you mean? Like,
absolutely.
Do you have leftovers? And I'm like,
I'm supposed to be.
I'll make like half recipes.
Yeah.
Like I get one chicken breast. Yeah. Make a fourth cup of orzo. I'll do the halfers, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I would drink wine.
I feel like you have to make it feel like an event.
We're romanticizing being alone, is what we're trying to say.
Yeah. At the beginning, I used to hate red wine. Yeah. And I would be like, I'm a single woman, eating alone.
Drinking some red.
I'm going to have some red.
No, look at you. You're drinking red right now.
Currently, yeah.
Yeah, mine was a slippery slope into a bottle.
I actually liked that you were like halving or fourthing the recipes.
Yeah.
I've never done that.
Yes.
I've always like done it the smallest amount, like on Pinterest.
Because I'm weird with recipe. I mean,
yeah,
I'm weird with leftovers.
Yeah,
I'm not a big like leftover gal, to be honest.
Sometimes it's not, like I said, it's not good.
Yeah, leftover. Sometimes if you like reheat like a cream sauce chicken situation, it's not gonna be good.
It's gonna be chalky.
Yeah.
So that's
I would do halfers.
10 out of 10.
Halfers or fourthers. Yeah, I would do like a glass of wine. Like I would go to spin. I would have like, it was a whole event. Like I would look forward to it for that whole day.
Like having alone time at some point started to feel like I'm looking forward to
need
this.
it.
Yes.
And I remember like so many times.
Else falls behind
that. Exactly. I remember so many times like, you can't really, it's hard because you can't tell someone who's like getting out of a relationship, like it's okay to be alone. Like you can tell them it's okay to be alone. It's okay to do this. But like, you have to just feel it for yourself. So I remember when
Yeah.
Jenna was getting out of a relationship and she's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, just be alone? Like, I'm just supposed to eat dinner alone? I'm like,
it's gonna suck
dude,
for me.
I need that.
Yeah.
Like, you fear that, and I look forward to that. Like, after a long day of work, I'm like, I can't wait to go to spin, get a workout in, come home. I already went grocery shopping, make dinner for myself, sit on the couch, smoky choky a little bit of weed, have a glass of wine, and like fall asleep on the couch if I want to.
Do you remember what it was like your sister in that relationship?
Oof.
And then like when you were with your ex,
Mm-hmm.
it was like you did not look like you dreaded kind of the nights they weren't going to be home. Do you remember that? Because I did too with my ex.
Vividly.
Yeah, but
like
now,
when he would work, and I'm like, so
what am I supposed to do?
I would stay up because I couldn't sleep alone.
Yeah.
So like he would close the bar and get home at like 1 a.m. sometimes, and I would just be awake and had to wake up and go to work at like 6.
So coming from that relationship
Awful.
to like the relationships we're in now, like
night and day.
Like let me tell you, I love having dinner with my significant other.
Yeah.
But let me tell you also,
Yeah.
I very much look forward to like having that little event, having that little romantic night by myself. Like I want to cook something for myself. I want to eat by myself.
I don't
want
want to worry about anything else.
I don't want to worry about anything. I kind of just want to like be in peace.
Yeah.
And then I get to look forward to when he comes
When
home.
he comes
like,
home.
It's so much different. Like then and now.
Yeah.
And when I, like you said, when you try to tell somebody who's single, who's going into being single freshly,
They're not going to get it.
they're not going to get it. And that's okay because we didn't get it.
I thought it was bullshit.
I agree.
I was like, oh, so you're just telling me you like this?
So I have to like pay rent by myself, carry groceries up the stairs by myself, clean the house by myself.
Yeah.
Like, and cook dinner by myself. And
I remember being like, well, laundry's not going to take as long, I guess.
yeah. And then now,
like that's what I look forward to.
Yeah.
Insane.
But it all comes together, and now it's like now I love to go out to dinner by myself, like go sit at a restaurant by myself.
Oh my gosh, do you remember that little like? Okay, did you have your own little stint of time where like you would go out to eat alone, like sit at a bar, sit at a restaurant?
Absolutely.
Okay, how did it make you feel though?
I loved it
At first.
Oh, I felt like I had to stare at my phone the whole time. Like I felt like not necessarily like I wanted to look like busy, but it was almost awkward to
like
just be
someone's
like,
meeting me. I'm just texting them.
Yeah. You know, like it wasn't necessarily like I wanted it to look like somebody was meeting me, but it was like it almost felt awkward for me inside myself to be just observing, or like at the beginning I was a little bit nervous to like strike up a conversation with a stranger.
Yeah.
Like an old woman, an old man,
right?
Another person my age. Like it's all very scary at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then once you start to like be comfortable in your own skin, it feels normal.
Do you have I have a vivid memory of the first time I actually did it.
I don't remember the exact. Actually, I do.
Wait!
Okay, you go first though.
Okay,
so that's so weird that you said that.
I know. Because I haven't really, like, I've thought about it more recently now that, like, I'm dating someone. Because it's, like, it's so hard as an adult to be like, okay, so I work, I don't know, like, if you're in the industry or whatever, you get it. But you're like, okay, so I work Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday. On this day, I'm going to see Amber because she's flying Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and she opens Wednesday, but she closes Monday, so I'm going to see her on Tuesday. That was our day to day.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we'll do Tuesday. I was busy yesterday. You're opening Wednesday. I work Thursday, Friday. You fly those days anyways. Okay. I need to see Emma. My childhood best friend just had her baby. That's a huge peak.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
Huge peak.
Huge peak.
She was born, I have a new niece. She was born the day before 12 minutes before my birthday.
12 minutes.
I said to her in the hospital, you couldn't have just clenched for 12 more minutes,
the way you requested your pregnant friend to do Kegels.
I'm like, you've been pregnant for 9 months. What's another 12 minutes?
Like, the audacity. She could have
she was born, so I'm like, I'll go see her Tuesday morning. Amber and I will hang out Tuesday night and record. Wednesday, I might do a little solo night. And I got like giddy because I'm like, oh, okay. So I saw Amber. I saw my sister. I saw Emma in Brooklyn. And Dylan I was with yesterday. Like,
and you're always very much like sometimes I'll be bored and I'm like, what are you doing? Or like, do you want to hang out? And you're like, I'm having a solo night. And I'm like, preach.
Say
less.
She said, let me know if you need anything. I'm
on DND.
16 steps away. 22 steps away. If you have 9.5 feet.
Yeah, my feet.
If you have your feet, it's 22 steps. Mine might be like 28.
Yeah. But that's like,
depending how long your legs are.
That's like such growth to be like, I'm having a solo night.
Well, because I would always be so scared. I'm like, okay, well, this person wants to hang out with me. Like, I should just say yes
you
because
have to fill your nights.
Yeah, I have to fill my nights. Like, so on Tuesday I'll do this at night. Wednesday I'll do this. Thursday everyone's busy, so I guess I have to be alone. Like, I guess I can go to spin and then not have to really deal with anything. And then by the time I get home, if I go to the night class, it's already 7:30. Like, crazy.
No, being alone is fabulous.
Yeah. I just realized I got off topic though.
Oh yeah.
As we do. Vivid memory of the first time I actually sat alone. Because I remember you would talk to me about it and you'd be like, oh yeah, I went here. It's like, so
I started it.
You did that alone?
Ago. Yeah.
Like, what you just went there alone? You're like, yeah. I'm like, what? You did a lunch special alone? Who did you talk to? Did you have AirPods in?
A drink.
Yeah. And I was like, so you can just, because my brain was like, oh, I'm going to treat myself by going out with someone else. But like, no, dude, like, I want to treat myself. Wait. Okay, perfect.
That's so funny.
No, like, I thought it was only okay to go out and eat anywhere when you, like, it was an event with someone else. I didn't understand, like, oh, I can just, if I'm craving this pasta at North, I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
That's a good way of putting it. Like, you felt like it was, like, an event.
Yeah, I could only treat myself with someone else. But I'm like, oh, well, tonight's an at-home night because everyone else is busy. Like, that's crazy. Like, no. So, vivid memory, when I had a roommate, I remember going on a hike. And I was like, okay, gonna go on a hike, whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I really want to go to this place down the street. And
32.
My 32. Like, I want to go down the street. I want this sandwich. Like, I don't want to take it to go. I'm going to eat it there. It's a beautiful day outside. I just hiked a mountain by myself. That's dope. I was, like, on such an adrenaline high. Like, all my endorphins were rushing.
Yeah.
And I, like, brought my backpack. I had my little journal in it.
Mine is so embarrassing compared to yours.
Why? Okay.
Keep going.
I can't wait to hear it because I don't know this. So, I brought my journal and, like, I always feel bad, like, sitting in someone's section by myself because I'm like, oh, I'm going to only be here for X amount. But the place that I went, I didn't have to worry about that because it's an open patio. I was like, perfect. Like, I'm not going to bother anyone. I don't have to worry about how long I'm here. There's 15 tables on the patio. It's a Tuesday afternoon. I'm the only one here.
Correct.
Actually, it was a Thursday. I know this for a fact. So I sat there for 6 hours.
Oh, I didn't know it was that long.
It was 6 hours.
That's insane.
That I sat there because I had lunch, I had some green tea, got a little refill, listened to a couple podcasts. I was taking notes, literally on like how to be alone because I was trying to like learn.
Weird.
Yeah, like productive things to do.
I wish you still had those.
I'm sure I do. I've never gotten rid of any of my journals. I'm sure I do.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
You could just put that in there. Like,
yeah.
when you're feeling, us gals, we get hormonal.
Mm-hmm.
When you're feeling real good, on top, endorphins, write down what makes you feel good. So that when you're down low, you can read them. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I definitely still have that.
Yeah.
Because I've never gotten rid of a journal. So it's got to be somewhere. But I remember sitting there and happy hour started. And I was like, well, I might as well get a drink. So I got a little bev. And then it was, this guy came and he was like performing. And I was like, oh, so it's like open mic night? And they're like, oh no, like, his name is James. Shout out James LeGrand. He was performing. Yeah, La Grande. He was performing and he was so nice. He's like, you know, are there any songs you want to hear? I was like, oh yeah. Like, and I had like a couple bevs in me. So I was feeling like very social.
Yeah.
I moved from a table because there was like a group table. Like, what's that called? A community table. Remember that one New Girl episode?
That's exactly what
I was basically Winston. I'm like, my friends are coming. This is reserved.
You have your legs across.
I have my backpack on one seat. No, I sat there because I'm like, oh, I don't want to take up a two-top. Like, they're getting a little busier now. So I sat at the community table, and like this nice couple sat with me. Like, can I sit here? I'm like, honestly, please help me. Help. James comes up. He goes, what do you want to listen to? I was like, I like, Tyler Childers. I like Zach Bryan. And he played a couple songs from them. Loved it. Got to know the staff. This all happened in one day.
That's what I'm saying.
Met this couple.
Doing this.
Yeah, like found out where they live. Where they live is down the street from like my old childhood home. The guy had a podcast. Oh my God. That's why I was writing notes about like our podcast, our future podcast, I think. And he was like, oh, I have a podcast. Like, you should give it like a listen sometime. And I was like, okay. Nice.
Oh my God. Okay, we have to do that.
I know. And it was called like Unicorn something. I don't know. It was just silly. I was like, I just gave him a follow because he was so nice.
Yeah. And
I remember I was supposed to go to my sister's that night. And I was like, hey, like, she's like, you're showing my location. She's like, are you still there? I'm like, yeah. She goes, you've been there for 6 hours. I'm like, yeah, I know. This is kind of nuts. And I just stayed. Yeah. Because it was cozy. And I'm like, oh, so like, I can do this. Yeah. Like, I actually prefer this. I can go out, I can talk to people, I'm meeting people, this person's cool. And then every time I went after that, I would go every Thursday after that to see James.
No matter what phase of life you're in, you can do that.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't you?
Exactly. Like, in my brain, I'm like, oh, at first I was like, I'm only doing this because I'm single. And now I'm like, oh no, like
no matter what.
I thought about it the other night and I was like, I didn't realize that the last time I went out to like eat alone was like really the last time I went out to eat alone. Yeah. Which is crazy. Like,
how long ago was it?
I mean, that I went out to eat alone or when that happened?
When you went out to eat alone last.
Oh my God, it's been months.
We need to do that.
I know. Well, because let's see. Let's go together, but sit separately. We'll sit at bar seat 1, you sit at 10.
We'll sit across
together,
and look at each other.
But separate. And just look across the bar. No, it's been a while. I honestly can't really remember the last time because, I mean, Dylan and I started dating and like...
Girl, you better do it.
I know.
I still go. I went to Dover like twice in the last
I know. Month. I need to.
I know.
I don't know why I haven't. Because it's like, I feel like I've been getting in my head so much about spending time with people and having a schedule and figuring out what to do and when to do it and who's free and when they're free that like I've forgotten about like what I need.
And that's not cool.
No. And me wanting alone time. And it was last week where Dylan's like, I'll have an alone night tonight, you have an alone night, like, let's recharge, I was like, I need it. That's perfect. Because, like, you love your significant other, but, like, I love myself more.
Well, and can we talk, like, you get this apartment that you've made cozy for yourself, and you get alone time, and the first thing you want to do is just be lazy and sit on the couch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But it hasn't been, like... I guess I haven't gone to dinner by myself in a long time. Like, I've had a quick lunch break by myself, whatever, which seems totally normal at this point. But maybe we do need to go on a romantic date with ourselves soon. I need it. My first date alone was at Chili's.
If you didn't get chips and salsa, we're not friends.
Listen, I took a video. I should look for it. Maybe we can pop it in.
Maybe we can pop it.
I took a video.
Stop.
The queso and chips, this chips and salsa.
I knew that's my girl.
And then a triple dipper, and then a presidente.
What's that? Is that a margarita?
A presidente?
Yeah.
Bitch.
I've never had it. Listen, I haven't been to Chili's since before I turned 21. I don't think.
The presidente that they serve in the shaker.
Oh,
the whole shaker. It's actually so good. I'm gonna. I haven't had one.
The fact that you just Amber is. I love ya. She's the booziest drinker I've ever met. Very specific about what alcohol.
Exactly, but I was just gonna
goes into your body. Like we go somewhere. There's 2 places off the top of my head that I can name where Amber's gone a million times and never found a drink that she likes there.
I am very specific.
And she's not a bunch.
Okay, but it's been a long time since I've had a Chili's Presidente, so it could be totally wrong, like, about it. But at the time, it was really, really good, and you know me, it would get me really buzzed really quick.
Yeah.
And I took a video, and I was like, yes, this is all for me.
This is what I needed.
And I remember that day, and this was in Kingman, so it was a while ago, like a very long time ago, like 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
The first time I went out to eat alone, it was like 2016.
Well, I was like freshly divorced, and I was trying to do weird shit. So
I was trying to do weird shit like go to Chili's. Let's get weird. Let's get real weird and go to Chili's alone.
Give me a Presidente's queso.
Oh God,
that's what it was in Kingman. Okay, that's what it was. And you know what? Live your truth.
Live your truth.
Live your truth.
I also remember.
Again, I know. Okay.
We can link them. Link it.
Link it up.
Link it. Lincoln. I remember when you and Baker first started dating, though. And I remember, I was the single one for like 4.5 years.
Yeah.
I remember when, like, childhood bestie and her boyfriend started dating, and it was when I lived with her. I remember when you and Baker first started dating, and I was like, how do I always thought I was intruding. Like, I'm single, they're in a relationship, like, I don't want to intrude on their time. And, like, my friends have done an amazing job at, like, making me feel included. Like, I know that with Emma, she was very much so, like, oh, he's coming over, and he would text us being like, on my way for movie night, like, brought wine. And I would be like, I hope you brought enough. He'd be like, yeah, I brought 3 bottles.
Yeah, because buy one, get one.
Yeah, but obviously. And making me feel included. Like, we go on date nights together, and it was like when I was freshly single, and I felt like I never felt more alone in my life.
Yeah, and hanging out with a couple is, like, probably the worst. Yeah. Usually, like, feels the worst, but when you have good people.
Yeah, when you have good people around and they make you feel comfy, that's also important. Like, if you're single and your friends make you feel uncomfortable for wanting to, like, spend time with them and their significant other, I don't know. I don't believe in that.
Yeah. And also being, like, the other side. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm single, I know I'm probably bitter and I'm sad or whatever, but I don't ever want to make you feel like you have to leave your man at home.
No, never. I'm like, please bring.
Exactly. But, it could happen easily. Like, I don't ever, like, that single person should not ever make the taken friend feel like, I don't want to hang out with you and your man.
And your boyfriend, Like, that just feels weird. Yeah. Like, more the merrier. Like, Emma did a good job when I first got out of my relationship to be like, no, like, you are in this. Like, you are my person, and I'm going to bring you into this relationship, whether you like it or not. And then when I first moved out by myself, you did an amazing job at making me feel not so alone when you and Baker first started dating. You're like, no, come over. I'm making dinner. I'm like, okay, like, well, like, are you and Baker spending time together? You're like, I don't care. I'm spending time with everyone. Like, all 3 of us. I'm like, okay. And, like, Baker's a sweet angel.
And you have to get out of your head, though. Like, because as much as I want you to feel comfortable, you have to be the person to be like, this is okay.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not like I'm being left out because I don't have a boyfriend.
No.
It should never feel like that.
It should never feel like that. And, like, I remember, like, in your old apartment sitting on the couch with you and Baker, and, like, you're sitting in the middle and your head is on my lap and your toes are in his face. And it's just the 3 of us just, like, lounging and, like, watching some dumb show. We had just eaten, like, the sweet potato poblano freaking, what did we use today?
Fajitas.
Oh my God, the fajitas are so fajitas. And just, like, being goofy, the 3 of us together.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, like, this makes me feel a lot better about, like, being with you and then leaving and going home and being, like, alone.
Yeah.
Like, it just made me feel cozy.
That's, like, a good test to your partner, too. Like, does that person make my people feel included?
Yeah, like, you better.
Yeah, and most of the time he feels like the third wheel, so.
No, actually, though.
He's like, what's it going to be like? And now, like, with Dylan in the picture, it's so funny because he's like, he still feels like the third wheel because Dylan's like, us.
And
so, because I'm like, well, Dylan brings the energy, babe.
I
Like,
know.
sorry.
He's just like all over the place.
Yeah,
in the best way.
Baker's very much chill. Dylan's
Yeah.
very much not chill.
Not chill.
Like,
Carrie's
I would say
pretty much
me and
zero
Baker
chill.
are more chill.
Yes.
Like, and then you guys
1,000%.
are more, yeah.
There's times where I look at Dylan and I'm like, what's going
What are
on?
you doing with your body?
What do you do? Why are you making that noise? It's like a Wednesday at 6 p.m. Why are you going hammer right now?
Because that's what we do.
I know.
That's what he does, and that's why we love him.
Like, Emmy walked in and she's like, hey, it's really strange because I really do think that Dylan is the male version of you, which is like kind of cool, but also kind of spooky.
Scary.
Yeah. And if he's the male version of me, he's also the male version of you.
Yeah.
Because we are one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's like, what am I getting myself into? There's another one.
We've added 3.
We have 3.
There's 3 in the mix right now.
What is some weird shit you would do, like, home alone? Be honest.
Oh my God.
Like, be honest. I've been gross. I've been weird.
Okay, tell me one of yours while I brainstorm. I wasn't expecting this.
Okay.
We didn't plot.
Like, home alone.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a really big 2, like, you know, the big sinks without the dividers.
Yes.
So I would fill my sink like it was a pedicure bath.
Oh.
And I would sit on my kitchen counter.
And give yourself a petty in the kitchen sink?
In my kitchen sink.
You're the one using it, babe.
Listen, you put some bath salts in there, hear me out. You sit on the kitchen counter.
You bath salted it?
Yes.
Now you have like a little pedicure thing too.
That's what I'm saying. So you sit on the kitchen counter, put some bath salts in the sink, hot water, you drain it right into the thing. Who cares? That's right. I'm doing the dishes in there. And then I put my nail set like on the counter.
I've never done that.
Good to go.
Never even
that
thought
wasn't even
about
like that weird, but I remember doing that a few times. And I was like, who's to say that I can't do this? This is my house.
Free will, if you will. What have I done? I just I talk to myself a lot.
You sing to yourself.
I sing to myself a lot. I talk to myself, I sing to myself. Or like, there's been times where all of a sudden I'm just like sitting on the couch and I have my shirt like over my head just to be comfy.
Send me pictures of that.
And I'm like, what the hell? Or I just lay completely naked under like one of my cozy comfy blankets and I'm like, free will, don't care.
Free will, I live here.
Yeah. Or I'm cooking and I get really hot so I take my shirt off.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
That is, honestly, I've been burned by oil on my titty.
No, same.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Oh, I also liked, I would sit on my patio, smoke some weed, get ungodly high, and go on Hinge.
And you would
Hinge or Bumble.
really sleep on your fucking patio.
I slept on my patio more than a few times.
So weird.
More than a handful. More than 2 handfuls of times.
Scrolling through Hinge while it's high.
Yeah, and just like saying like random shit. Like that's definitely gonna have to be an episode. Like weird Hinge shit.
Yeah.
I would just like say random comments to people like, hey, that's a cool tree in your picture. Like what?
Like who cares?
I'm high as shit.
I used to have at my old apartment, my bedroom window was like 3rd floor.
Okay.
It would face.
Oh,
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my bed was facing the window, and the window would like face the sunset. So
beautiful.
I would always like use that as my like. Like, I would full blown open my window. I was on 3rd floor. Who cares? There's just a parking lot behind me. I mean, if somebody could see me, you're welcome. But, like, I would totally masturbate, like, fully in front of the window. And, like, to the sunset.
Beautiful. Honestly, artwork. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Hear me out, guys. You live alone.
Yeah.
Your bed's facing the sunset.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You're wet and smushy. You're ready to go. What else am I going to do?
I do remember when I realized, like, that I could finally, like, watch porn on my TV.
I've never done that.
It's life-changing. I used to watch it, like, on my phone.
Wait, how do you watch it on your TV?
Screen mirror. Or, hear me out, 50 Shades of Grey.
I've never done that.
I've touched myself to 50 Shades of Grey more than a few times.
I touched myself to Bridgerton before.
Oh, I have too.
Yeah.
After you told me about it, I was like, I need it.
50 Shades was like cool, and it like got me
for a minute. Yes.
But it didn't like
keep me there.
Get me there.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, I have my bed and I have a big TV in the background. I'm watching on like my laptop.
And like the weird thing is like
my 16-inch laptop for
I
what?
don't know why, but for some reason, like all the windows, all the doors being open, it's a little sexy.
No, it is.
Yeah. And then the sun's going down, and then you just lay there, cookie throbbing. It's like has its own heartbeat, and you're watching the sunset.
Like, what a beautiful time to
And
be
you're like,
alive.
I can't believe this is my life.
A beautiful time.
A beautiful time.
It's like a poem. It's like a haiku. Some Shakespeare shit.
It is Shakespeare.
She touched herself to the sunset.
To the sunset. If the sunset doesn't make you horny, get out.
She glowed like the sunset.
She flowed
as she touched herself
like the sunset.
to this. Listen,
We're not graduated in that area.
I never claimed to be a poet. I journal, but poems were not my strong suit in elementary school.
Do you remember though, like at the beginning? Those were good. At the beginning, like when I lived alone and I was like dating, like it was a goddamn sport.
Yeah.
I remember like I went on a date with this guy. I was still like touchy, you know, like not fully happy, kind of confused.
Yeah, I've been there.
You know,
I've been there.
And I like went on this amazing date with this guy. He
Yeah.
was so great. He like spoiled the shit out of me. We had so much fun. And he dropped me off at my apartment, and I was just like so happy. We kissed. As soon as I shut my door, I like just broke down and cried, and it was so freaking weird.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I think there were like so many times where I went on and off of like being alone is amazing, and then being alone is so miserable and weird, and then you know it just feels like that. And now like being in a relationship, I think people always want what they can't have. You know, like you fantasize about both all the time.
I agree. I mean, I feel like I just like blocked this out of my memory after I got out of 10-year relationship. The first date I went on, X and I were still living together.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
We were still living together. I went on a date. I met this one guy, came in to my work, whatever, met him. He was in town for like 6 months. We went on.
I remember him.
Yeah, we went on a date, and I was so scared. I think I probably texted you before. I know I texted my sister. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know. I'm scared. What do we even talk about? I just dated someone for 10 years. Like, what do I talk to this person about?
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And I drove there, and it was fine. We had some beers. We talked. We didn't smooch or anything, but we planned to hang out the next time. And I remember driving home, and I got home, pulled into the garage, went inside, and cried.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what did I just do? Like,
I don't even know why I cried.
It was just emotional. I was like, okay,
weird.
X is currently dating, like he's in this other place. He's dating someone else. Like we had just broken up. I put myself out there and it went great, but I don't know. I was just emotional about it.
Same. I couldn't even like identify why.
He ended up ghosting me later and like, you're missing out, but
you're here listening to this.
But like, I don't know. It's about putting yourself out there too. Like I think we need to normalize feeling good and cozy and comfy being alone, but then also like putting yourself out there and like not getting so comfortable in your own space that like you don't want to put yourself out there.
Yeah, I agree. And it's very, very, very hard to do.
There's a balance for sure.
Very hard. I kind of want to talk about like later, maybe in an episode, but like I just don't want to forget this.
Okay.
But like when I was alone, it was very hard to differentiate like people choosing me or me choosing another person.
Yeah.
Like I was dating a lot, but it was always because somebody was like interested in me, and I never.
Yes.
I don't think I took enough time to like be like, oh, I'm also interested.
Like, am I interested? Yes. Am I having fun with this person because this person's fun, or am I having fun because I have fun doing whatever I want?
Because I'm fun.
Yeah.
In general, like, did I even do any research on this?
Are we having good conversation because this is flowing well, or do I just know how to fucking talk to someone?
Exactly. Like, I feel like we could do a whole episode on that.
Noted. I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should. Because I remember sometimes being like, why am I on this date?
Yeah.
Because this guy thought I was hot and asked me on a date?
Yeah. Or do I actually want to be here?
Or did I actually...
Is this adding anything to my life?
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta talk about that more. But anyways, being alone is really freaking cool.
It is.
And it's really sad sometimes.
Two things can be true at the same time.
That could also be a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I listened to an episode on that today on a different podcast.
What?
the couple that I listen to, they have like the and sign tattooed on them. Because they're like, their whole thing is like two things can be true at the same time.
I love that.
Like whether you agree or not, as long as you see where it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's important. But yeah, overall, normalize being alone and feeling good about it. Like,
take your time.
It's so funny how being alone can be the scariest thing in the world and also like the most exhilarating thing. Like, I can do whatever I want right now.
So refreshing.
But also like, oh God, like I can do whatever I want right now.
And what do I do?
Exactly. And what do I do with that time? And it's okay for it to be scary. It's okay to be excited about it. It's okay to drive home from a workout class because you don't want to sit at home alone and then you scream, cry the Dixie Chicks driving down the 51.
Period. We've all
It's okay to get home from a date and sob for whatever reason at all.
And it's okay to get home from a date and take them into that apartment that you live alone in.
Yeah, and not be alone in that apartment.
And it's okay to flip-flop. It's okay to do one thing one day and one thing the other.
Yeah. But it's not as scary, and hopefully you all have friends that are going to tell you that. But if you don't, we're your friends, and we're telling you that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to crave being alone, even in a relationship.
And it's very important to set those boundaries early.
Yeah.
Like, your partner should know that that's important.
Yeah. We don't need to spend every single waking minute together to be okay.
I'm honestly never going to be as me as I can be without that time. So, like,
agreed.
If I spend all of my time with my partner, I'm going to slowly start to, like, not be myself.
Yeah.
Like, I think.
And you're a beautiful freaking human.
And you're a beautiful
So I hope that never happens.
You gotta refuel that shit every day.
Yeah.
Period.
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 All right. I think you have a pork butt to get to or something. Your phone's really been reminding us every 10 minutes.
I gotta go make some enchiladas, guys. Love you so freaking much.
So much.
Thank you so much for your support.
Ah!
You guys. Next week.
This is crazy. We're just talking. I know. Next Thursday. Kisses.